Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Basically Minecraft server. Now this will probably be the last episode, and so I have got quite a few things I want to get done today. Now we start over here in the shopping district. The other shops are all over there. This is sort of my area here, and I've been looking at these plots and I've been thinking that we need to interior some of these. I think this one's been sold to Fon, so we're going to leave that for him, but this one I think we can really do something nice with. And this building obviously has had its interior done. We made a nice building in here. We've still got some stairs up there. We could put some more up there. And then we've also got the office area down here with the kitchen and everything. So, as well as the wool shop obviously. So, we've got this space down here. But we've also got this entire building over here that's completely open and nothing is in there yet. So I think we could probably make something really, really cool in here, as well as getting some stuff done back over at the base. So we've got a lot to get to today. I think we're going to need some resources for this project first. I do want to get this done. I don't know how much of it I'll do, whether I'll go any higher than just the first floor. Maybe we'll do the first and the second and then leave the rest. Maybe put a roof on it as well. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Right, so with that, I've got some resources over here. They're all sorted down there. I think it's time we get to some buildings. So this building could look really, really cool inside, I think. Once we get this this interior done down here, we can obviously extend upwards, and then I think I'm going to end up putting a roof on some of these buildings, just to sort of finish it off a little bit. But yeah, I think it's time we should get to this building. And there we have it. It doesn't look like much now because we're not currently inside, but once we get a little bit closer, the interior, for the bottom floor at least, is completely finished. Now, I had an absolute blast building this place. It's really actually quite difficult to find color palettes that work in here, but this, I think, really, really worked quite nicely. I found this I think it's Soul Soil, or Soul Sand, I think. Soul Soil it is. I found this pattern from Pearlescent Moon. She made a video on it, and she had a giant building. It was like a big library, and the whole thing was walled with this, and it's such a cozy look, and it's like a really nice brown. It fits well with a lot of woods, and it looks really, really cool, especially for this background. And it goes all the way up there as well, which looks really, really nice. We've got a little bit of a balcony up here. I thought it would be really, really cool to get this sort of open plan up here. So now you can see when you walk in, you've got the lanterns that hang down a little bit, and then obviously you've got the balcony that's got the probably other floor up there as well. It looks really, really cool. I added some of my mini blocks because I had obviously we've got the old skin. Only OGs remember this skin. We've got the Palm Springs skin, and then we've got, obviously, this is the one that I'm wearing now. And then hopefully we can get another skin up here soon. And maybe a new skin comes. I don't know. We'll get the original one up there as well, I think. And then obviously we've got the 4th space up there. Maybe we can get the 4 skins up there. Who knows? Yeah, so I'll just talk you through this interior design a little bit. So the idea is you sort of come in, it's meant to be like a bar slash sort of urban steakhouse, I don't know, kind of restaurant place. You walk in, obviously you've got the waiter desk here, you've got a nice kind of brick sort of textured wall with all the paintings and stuff, you've got the lanterns again for a little bit of light. I feel like when you walk in this way, you can see this one just behind that one. If you go straight, it sort of blocks it a little bit, but from here I think it looks really, really cool. Also, I only had 2 blocks to work with, and I couldn't really, space them out too much, so that's as good as we're going to get for that. And then over at this bit, we've got the coat hangers. I think it sort of looks a bit like a coat hanger from here. We've got the 3 going on here so that when you walk in, you'll see you take your coat off, you put it up here, and then you've got the whole dining room to yourself as well. So we've got barrels up here again, just a little bit of storage. This coat hanger again, I think this is meant to be just like one for a hat or something. And then obviously we've got over here, we've got another set of shelves. We've got the mini heads again. I was kind of just looking for mini heads. I have crafting tables as well, but they look a little bit strange up there. So I just kept the mushroom and the pink one. I think looks really, really cool. We've got paintings. We've got, again, the soil wall looks really, really cool over there. And then we've got just some more kind of detailing on the tables again. This floor again is similar to the one that we've got in the wool shop. We've got I think this is dark oak wood, and then we've got spruce wood over here. It really blends in really well, and it makes it so that it kind of breaks up the floor a little bit instead of it just being this whole wood texture. I also had to sort of differentiate it a bit, because these stairs are spruce, and it would mean that the stairs would be spruce and the floor would be spruce, which would look a little bit strange. So I kind of differentiated it a bit with the logs as well as the carpet here, and then obviously we've got the wool because of these trapdoors not letting me put carpet there. So yeah, we've got this area here, and obviously I had to go with Blackstone roof. I think Blackstone looks really, really cool. It brings that sort of outside theme into the ceiling. It kind of like blends it in a bit. It looks like the wood is sort of splitting it up a little bit. Over here, bringing you into the bar area, we've got where the waiter would stand. Again, I've got basalt here. I thought that's the wrong way around. I thought it would look a little bit nicer if we had basalt in here instead of the wood. It's kind of hard to break it up though. You can see there's not really a good transition. But what I did do is add these trapdoors here to make it look like it's sort of like a you've got like a, I don't know what it's called, like a wall in between where you're standing and where you go. So obviously you can flip that up, and then you've got a little bit of space again that separates you from the bar. One thing I was going to add as well, sometimes you have in bars, they have like one of these tables, but they have it sort of going up like this. So they basically have this, but going from maybe there to there. And then they have like glasses hanging from it. It looks really cool. But in Minecraft, again, it's quite hard to pull off. So obviously from behind the bar, you've got the barrels over here. Again, we've got the tripwire hook being used as sort of like a drawer this time. And then we've got these small trapdoors, which look really, really cool on top of that, actually. You've got a little gap in between, makes it look like almost like a chest of drawers or something. I know it's a barrel, but you've got to kind of work with me here. I've got, again, like a big sort of shelf unit here. These trapdoors look really, really cool as shelves because they've got the holes in it. It makes it really look like one of those storage shelves up there. It looks really, really nice. Again, bringing you over this side, we've got the paintings. Again, looks really, really nice up there. We've got barrels, a little bit more kind of framing around here. This is meant to be pictures, but I don't really have any more picture frames because I don't have any paper. Actually, oh no, I do have paper. I probably could replace them in a minute. But yeah, we were going to put paintings down here, but just never got to it. And then over here, we've got the room in this room, which is actually the kitchen. Again, this is pretty bog standard. I've not really gone into too much detail in here. I had to use andesite because I thought quartz looked really, really strange. When you've got like all these dark textures, you'd have this really, really bright quartz. It looked really, really bad. So I just had to go with, again, this. And I've kind of kept this all the same color because if I swap this out for something else, I'm going to have Blackstone roof, soil walls. This is bone blocks on the floor, and then have this is the counter. And then we're going to have andesite on this wall and then something else on this wall. It would just look really, really weird. So I thought I'd leave it like that. And bringing you back over to this wall, again, we've got this is probably the biggest wall in the entire building. We've got the entire thing made out of bricks. It's like, I think this is terracotta here. We've got polished granite, I think. And then we've got bricks and regular granite. It looks really, really nice. So bringing you upstairs, there's not much up here. You've just got the upstairs, and then you've got kind of balcony area here. That painting glitches out a little bit when I move. That's weird. And yeah, and so you've got the balcony here, looking down. for the people who probably could live up here. I think we can make some buildings up here at some point. I don't know. Maybe. Depends how much time we have in this episode. But yeah, this place is looking really, really nice. It's actually lit up fairly well. If I click F3 here, you can see this. The client light is pretty much at 9, 12, wherever you go. It's lit up really, really nicely, and it's not actually showing too many light sources. So yeah, really, really well done for this building, I think. And it's pretty much bang on because it's almost nighttime. I'm going to need to sleep here. So yeah, I am absolutely loving this place. I think the last thing I'm going to do is put a roof on this building because, and probably this one as well, I think we're going to roof all of them. I didn't put a roof on it earlier because I didn't want to mess up the theme too much. I didn't know what I was going to put inside, so I thought I would just leave it plain as it is. But now I think it is time we finally put a roof on these buildings. So let me find some colours that would fit on the roof, and we'll go and get to some building. Okay, I had a look through some of the different stone types we could use, and I think granite is, not granite, andesite is definitely the best one here. This one is probably going to fit the theme the best. I don't really want to put sandstone up here again, because it will just be too many of the same colour. So I think we're going to go with andesite, and we're almost finished here, so I'll probably just finish this off there. I think that looks good. Maybe a little bit more detail up here, I think. Yeah, let's add a little bit more detail, I think. I need a crafting table as well. Unfortunately, I can't use the mini block. That would be pretty cool if I could. But no, I'm going to have to come down and get this one. Now, one thing I'd love to do is add a little bit of like a nature area up here with like some trees and maybe some bushes and stuff. But the annoying thing is up here is that when you put bushes down, or these sort of like leaf blocks, they're not the right colour. And that's because we're in the mesa biome. You can see the grass looks horrendous, you can see that tree looks awful, and it's because we're in this biome and the leaves look very, very grey, and it's not very nice. So I think we're going to have to stick with this sort of texture, and hopefully this turns out okay. I've actually bought some gravel up because I think gravel could look really cool for this building. Okay, the roofs have been finished. I put actually quite a lot of detail into these. I didn't really think I'd do as much as I did up here, but again, quick little sort of tour, I guess. Over here, pretty standard. I decided to use furnaces. These are all facing inwards, so you don't get like the annoying black hole at the other side. But it just looks really, really nice with this sort of like side texture. We've got rails at the top to make it look like a fan. These are going to be used all the way through. They're going to be up there, and this middle one as well. Just for a little bit of light, I've got these sort of end rods making it look like they're kind of like pipes connecting the two and going into the wall and stuff. And these actually do emit light, as I said, so that's going to be nice for stopping mobs and things. Over here, I needed a little bit more texturing, so I just put this in the middle. I've got no idea what it is, don't ask. It's just sort of in the middle just to make it kind of break up the floor a little bit. Over here, we've got gravel on the floor again. You saw me place that earlier. This is just, again, different texture to this one, making it look a little bit nicer. And as I said, over here, we just got some random vents being placed. We've got these gates again, making it look like a sort of like barrier, so that when you walk through, you've just got somewhere to stand. Obviously, you walk through this thing. The idea is that this sort of is meant to go into the floor below, but as you can see, there's nothing behind there, because I've not done the interior yet. So that's completely empty. Over here again, this is the same thing. We've just got crafting tables here again. This is just more of a decoration thing. I needed to use these mini blocks. And then over here again, no idea what this is, just looks a little bit different, you know. I suppose it could be one of those like vegetable things, but just without the vegetables, I guess. And then over here you've got even more of these, and again, more of the pipes connecting the two, as well as another crafting table thing. So yeah, I think it's looking pretty good up here. We've definitely got a bit of a standard now for the buildings that we're going to be putting in here. I think these are pretty much all finished now. The only issue is now these guys now don't have any light inside, which means we are going to get mobs. So I'm going to need to go and light that up now, I think. But yeah, I think we're just about getting there with the 3 buildings. Hopefully, I don't know if he will, but I don't know if Fozzen's going to get to his building yet. Maybe he does. I don't know. It depends. I guess it depends on how it all goes. Okay, with the buildings lit up, you can see a little bit of light down there. Obviously, at the top it's going to be dark, but you know. With the buildings lit up and the shops both put in place, I think we are just about finished with this area. I don't think we're going to get to finishing this area because Chapter 2 is not far away at all. And I think that this project might have been a little bit of an oversight into how long we had left. To be honest, when I started this project, I didn't really think about how much time we had left, and it was a bit of a silly thing to think that I'm going to get the whole thing finished. And I'm not really too fussed about it. I don't really mind about not getting this place finished, because I quite like how these 3 buildings just look on their own. I think it's a different design to what people were potentially building over here. And obviously my other shop, I've got the totem shop down there, and I've got the trailer. So I've got, you know, a lot of different variations in the buildings that I'm making. So I'm really happy with this place has turned out, or how this place has turned out, and I think that it's definitely got some room for improvement. And I mean, when the world down there goes out, if anyone else, you know, when you get the world, if you want to fill in this space, then by all means, and definitely send it in my Discord. I'd love to see what you guys do with this place. But yeah, I think that's going to be just about it for this area for today, and potentially for the rest of the season. So this could be a big farewell for this place. And yeah, as I said, this is the last episode, so if we don't get back to this place, I had an absolute blast. This was a lot of fun. But we're not done yet. This area is not finished yet, and it's far from it. Although I don't think we're going to get it completely finished, I'll be honest, for the end of the season. So my last thing that I want to do in this area, there's 2 things I want to do before I obviously wrap up the season. I think this area needs some attention, because this looks way too flat. Obviously that is quite literally a line separating the grass. This beautiful area over here with just the regular sand. So we're definitely going to have to sort that out. And the other thing is I need to find somewhere to sort of rest all of my armor and all my stuff. And I have the perfect place to do it. But I'll show you that a little bit later. I'll show you guys that a little bit later. And one other thing is that Fodden actually came over and he completely sorted us out for storage, and it's absolutely insane the amount that he gets to. This was pretty much unpaid, and he volunteered to do all of this for me. If you remember from a couple of episodes ago, we had this whole area was full of shulkers and it looked really, really bad. So I'm really glad that he's come and sorted that out for us. Looks really, really good over here. It's all sorted. Mob drops, you can see again, we've got plant stuff. It's all completely sorted, and it's really, really nice because it's so much easier to get to building over here now that this is all in the right place. And so for the last time this season, it's time for another time lapse. So here we go. We've got the whole line up here to do, and I think we might even extend into this area a little bit. So yeah, let's hit that time lapse. Okay, I've made some progress over here. The only thing is, right, and as I said, the main focus of this bit has been to try and stop having a kind of flat area over here. And whilst I have done that, I've tried making some like green things coming out like this way and kind of like that. But the thing I've realized, and I really realized this when I got a little bit further over this end, is no matter how much you build on this bit, it's still going to look like a line, because you can't blend it into the sand without using a different color, and as soon as you use a different color, it looks really strange. So I feel like all the while that I'm trying to make this as, you know, as detailed as I can, all I'm doing is pushing it further and further this way, and it's going to make it even harder to build this bit. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to end up leaving it probably just like this. I think that will be enough for what we want, and to be honest, I'm really happy with what we've done. I'll give you a little kind of brief tour of what we've done over here, because I think what we've done looks really, really nice. So let's get over this end. This is kind of where most of it was done. It was over towards this end. So what I've done is kind of got a few more of these buildings. I've put two of the big ones here. There's one there and one there. And obviously I've added the red banners. They're completely empty on the inside. Nothing really in here. It's just a building there. And then over here we've got the same thing just over here. I think this one's a little bit smaller than that one. But it is there. And then this one's a lot smaller. This one's really, really tiny. And it's got like a roof sort of access area here. It looks really, really good. There's a bit of a variation between smooth sandstone, regular sandstone, and this sort of cut sandstone there as well. So it looks pretty good. I've added some more of these around, little trees, just to give it a little bit more of like a nature feel. And then I've also got some more of this. I really like how this brick looks, so I got some more of that and moved that over here. So that's sort of gone up this bit. This one looks a little bit too big. I might change that. And then over here we've got the same thing over here. Obviously just got a little bit of space for the doorways, and it all looks pretty good there. So the other thing I've done is, obviously you might have seen it, there's three more things. I've added more of these trees, so there's a lot of these over this way. They're just over there, and there's a little bit more over there. You can see the tips of them there. I've added some more of them over here because I think they're really, really nice. I really like these trees. And I've also added, as I said, the palm trees, and then we've got a little bit of a farm area here. We've got some sugarcane with a bit of water, and then we've got a little bit of farm area over here. And then we've also got, I kind of like made this was already made, this water area, and then I've just put some trees here, a few more bushes, some light sources, and I think it looks pretty good for how it turned out. I'll be honest, I wasn't really sure how I wanted to connect this area to the storage system. I was kind of like, I could make a path, but it will look weird if it's not made out of the right stuff, and I was thinking of making it out of this, but I ended up just using this. This like sort of grass instead of the jungle wood. Because jungle wood's really weird. It doesn't really fit with many blocks, so you've really got to sort of pick and choose where you use it in the right places. But fortunately I did use grass, because that looks much better than I think it would have if I used jungle wood. Jungle wood has got that really annoying sort of green colour to it, and it kind of ruins the block for me. So I think I'm going to definitely be sticking to grass for these sort of transitions. And yeah, I think this has turned out really, really nicely. So I think that's about it. I think we're just about done with the builds for this, this chapter. Now, there's going to be a lot of questions, I know. First of all, we've got the project over in the shopping district with the buildings. Again, that's not going to get done because that was, to be honest, that was a bit of an overshot into what I thought I could do. We've got this area over here, which isn't finished. We've got this area here, which isn't finished. Again, these two did have plans to have area, but they just never really came to light. The obvious one is going to be the castle. This is going to be a big topic, a big, talking point. I don't think that's going to get done, I'll be honest, because as of recording this video, we've got about 4 or 5 days, and I'm busy for a lot of this week. So I won't be able to get this finished, I don't think. Now, I probably will drop the schematic into my Discord server if anyone really wants to finish it, or just paste it in and see what it looks like, and maybe for the world download we can just get this in and see what it looks like with this area. But to be honest, I am not really worried at all about the progress with this place, because this alone is enough, and it has satisfied me indefinitely into what I thought I would be able to do this chapter. Now, this has been such an experience for me, this chapter, and this whole past 6 months has been incredible. I've had so much fun with meeting all the different people and all of the different builds that we've managed to come across, all the different experiences and everything, and I am so happy that we have managed to get this much done in one chapter. Now, to be honest, with how much I've played, I've had a couple months off here and there. This is quite a lot of progress, and as I said a little bit earlier in the episode, this takes so much longer than it looks. This place looks absolutely incredible, but every single thing, that whole mountain was terraformed. This whole area over there was terraformed. This was all terraformed. Everything. It was a lot more flat than it actually is right now, than you're seeing it. If I walk down here, you'll see that this area is a hill in the middle. Now, it wasn't normally like that. This was all flat. So you can see I'm going uphill now along these steps. These are going up, and we've got downhill that way, and that was done for a reason, so that when you walk through the middle, you've got everything else going down, and as you walk up this hill, you've got the Sphinx at the top. That was all planned. I'm so glad I planned that out properly, because this has turned out really, really nice. But with the server coming to a close soon, I think it's time we take a small trip down memory lane, and we go from start to finish and see how this place came to light. Now, I know there's not too many episodes on it, but we are going to be able to see a little bit of the behind the scenes progress of this place, because I think there is going to be a really, really nice before and after of this place before it was completely done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a side-by-side comparison of the world seed on its own and what it looks like now. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fly up here, and I'm going to get a screenshot of the area. Like that. There you go. There's the screenshot. I'm now going to put it on camera side by side now, so you should see it just on the left, probably. I'll stand still so it's a bit easier to see. You can see now a comparison. This is what it looked like before, this is what it looked like afterwards, and you can see the difference and how much has really been changed, because it is so impressive how much we have managed to complete over this 6 months. It all started over here at this tiny little house. This was the very first building that we ever made. Obviously we had this area over here slightly made, but this was the very first episode. And in fact, the first episode we ever made was starting on this rubber duck right here. And we came off like this over here, and it was really good fun. And then we went on and we made this building over here. This was in the second episode. We decided that we would sort of build up this area. I don't even know if that came out on camera or not. I don't know if I ended up uploading that or not, but I might have done. Yeah, we have this building here, which again did not see the light of day for the interior, but you know, for me, every time I see an unfinished project, I just think, how could the people who download the world, you know, fill this in? And really, anyone who is looking at this and thinking, I'd have a go at that, I think I'd do a good job at that, please do. I really want to see what you guys do with the interiors of these places, because I think you guys could do some really nice interiors to these really nice buildings. This building is not interiored, this top floor isn't interiored, the whole mansion over there, you can see the roof over there, is not interiored, and the castle needs finishing. So if any of you really want to get to that and you want to see what it looks like finished, or you want to do any of the interiors, please do. And more importantly, go into the Discord server and let me know. Send me a picture of what you've done, or just let me know that you've done it, and I will be very intrigued to see what you've done, because I really want to see what this looks like. Anyway, onto the world tour. Now, the other thing that we did over here, we finished this, we came over and we made the arches. Now, the arch number 1 is right here. This was the main one that we made. This one came up and I thought this looked incredible. So this mountain hadn't been built yet, and we had built this mountain here, and then we built this aqueduct going all the way across like that. And it looks really cool. I absolutely love how this has turned out. This whole archway just looks really cool. I think it's turned out really nicely. And you come over here, and it even goes into the water, which is like a little pond over here. It's kind of hard to see actually once you come around here, but there is actually a pond, and it sort of leads down here. We did this on a live stream, and then it leads into this other area over here, which again is another area that could be finished by any one of you guys, so let me know if you do that. And then from here, we moved some of the rubber ducks. We got some more over here. And then we started progress. I think we started progress on this area. So if you didn't know, the Palm Springs was this area. We did this building here, and then we did the archway over there. This bit was pretty much already finished in the middle. And then we moved our attention to this side. So we had this mountain in the middle that we made. I think this was episode 2 or 3 that we started really kind of detailing this bit here. And then we made the pathway down here. A lot of this was off camera, sorry. And then we made the path going round like this. And then we made the path going round, and we had the buildings in the middle. And then we did all of that, and it looked really, really cool. And then obviously we started I can't remember what I called this place, but it was like a big house in Spanish or something. And I really, really do love how this place looks. Now, it does look a little bit different to the kind of typical building or typical like mansion that you'd see. It's using acacia roof, which is a bit weird. That was a real pain to get. That was a real pain to get. And then obviously we've got over here, we've got the pool and we've got the towels and stuff. And then we've got the quartz walls, which looks really, really nice. But this is another place that, again, just didn't get finished. It's really unfortunate that the season is ending where it is, but I'm also pretty happy with how the season's ending. I am not annoyed at all with how my things have turned out. I'm not annoyed that it hasn't been finished. I'm not annoyed that we've not gotten to certain things. Because, to be honest, I am more excited for the new chapter coming than I am finishing off this current one. I am really happy with how this place looks. I have no complaints at all. And last but not least, we built the mountain, the big boy mountain. Now, this may not look like much from here, but boy, oh boy, did this thing take a while. Let me just fly inside here. And this is the hollow part of the mountain. It is absolutely enormous. This took so very long, and I'm so pleased with how it turned out, because this place looks so much bigger now that it has a giant mountain in the background, because this really contributes to like that kind of perspective thing. If you ever watch any of Kiralis' videos, you'll understand that he's a big thing about he's got a big thing with perspectives, and I'm no different. I love how places look when you have a big background. Now, when you walk this way, you have the big background. You've got the Sphinx up on the top of the hill. You've got an even bigger hill over there, and you've got the water fountain coming out. And then when you walk from this way, you just have everything on this side. You've got this, and if the castle was built, you'd have the castle in the background, and it would look really, really cool. Yeah, no complaints again about this area. I think it's really, really nice. And then obviously, this is one thing that I forgot to say as well. We have this whole mountain over here, or sort of cliff face, which I think is really cool. This thing was one of the first things that we ever made. This actually was before any of this. We decided that we'd put this in. So I had built the castle at this point, and I was flying around, and I was like, where can I put a base? You know, where can I put this castle? And I found this space, and I thought, yeah, you know what, we'll put the castle there. I think it looked pretty cool. And we started obviously digging the space out. This hadn't been built. We just digged the space out, got all the materials over there, and then we came over here, or I came over here, and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna sort of make this place look a bit bigger. So I decided to get this cliff face going, this whole side bit like that. So I made this entire cliff face, and I think it looks really, really cool. And obviously we've got a sugarcane farm in here. Now, this thing isn't very efficient, I'll be honest, but it does work. But yeah, I think that turned out really, really nicely. And with that, I think we are actually nearing the very, very end. So one thing I think I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you a little secret that only people who are really behind the scenes will know about. So let's cut to over there quickly. So for anyone who doesn't watch all of the live streams, you may not know about this place, and it is a bit of a secret. Hello, mate. It's a bit of a secret. Now, you might not recognize this area and be thinking, well, this looks a little bit strange. Why am I over here? Well, this is the pre-Palm Springs base. This was the very first project I made, and this was all off camera. This was I think I streamed this twice very early on. This was when I was at like 80 subs. And this is the bunker. This goes all the way down to bedrock down here. And it is absolutely huge. This goes, as I said, all the way down, and you walk down, and you've got this big entrance here. You walk down. Oh gosh, the sound really does not fit down here. So I'm going to give you a sort of brief tour down here. So here, this was meant to be an elevator. This was going to go all the way up, and all the way down. I need to turn off dynamic sound filters, hold on. Oh, never mind, I realised I can't turn off sound filters. Anyway, quick brief tour of this area. So you come down here, obviously you've got the lift. This was like one big elevator that will go all the way up. It's a little bit broken now. You can see the slime blocks have sort of come out of place and they're stuck to each other and it's all horrible. That would go all the way up and all the way down. And then over here, this is sort of like the redstone behind it. It's not really a lot. It's just all of these dispensers starting a fire at the same time. So that looks really, really cool. And then this was where my very first storage system was. So I had all of these shulker boxes over here. It was all full of storage. And then, yeah, that was the very, very beginning. And then towards a little bit later, me and Lily actually decided to put together this iron farm. And it looks pretty weird, I'll be honest. It's one of those YouTube designs where you just literally copy the design that they make you. And it should just spawn iron golems by themselves. I don't know if it does anymore. But this thing was pretty efficient. We had pretty much as much iron as I ever needed. You can see there, they're still actually spawning. I never needed more iron than this. I never struggled for iron, and this thing was, you know, pretty good for me. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this, how this thing turned out. And then walking down a little bit, you ignore this bit in the middle. This was my cleric. I think he's still here. Yep, Gerald. He obviously sells the XP bottles and stuff, I think. He still sells them, I think. There you go. Yeah, he still sells them. So, yeah, I'll give you a quick tour down here. This is the hallway, and I spent so long on this whole thing. It looks really, really cool. All this blackstone took ages, and you walk all the way down here. Obviously, you've got the door at the end, and this does open. There you go. You get a little bit of a delay when you open it until it closes. These blocks are missing, which is why you can't see it. And then over here is the I guess it's like reception area, I guess. And it says, do not AFK here, is slime chunk, you die, item despawn. I know it looks inviting, but no AFK slime, go brr. Very important part. So yeah, do not AFK in here because this is actually a slime chunk. In fact, I don't know how you turn on slime, I don't know how you turn on chunks, but over here, this chunk here is a slime chunk, which is why they spawn all the way over there. And obviously, because we are currently at Y6, they all spawn over there, which is really annoying, but, you know. So, there's not really much to see in here, just a sort of clean white room. And then over here, this is the bunker. This whole dugout took hours and hours and hours and hours of mining, and it is just such a pain to go through. I think it looks pretty good. It still needs a lot of attention. As you can see, it's another unfinished project. But, to be honest, I'm not really too fussed. Again, I'm really not fussed. I am just excited for the next season. I'm not really too bothered about past projects. It's like, yeah, didn't get finished, but it's whatever. I'm really just looking forward to this next season. So, over here we have Cactus Farm. It works pretty efficiently. Obviously, I'm not over here very often, so the chunks aren't loaded. So, you know, there's not as much cactus as there would be if I was here all the time. And then over here we have, currently, I think, the only super smelter on the server. And that is in this glass box here. I guess it's all in a museum cabinet, isn't it? This is the only super smelter on the server, and it is actually the only functioning one. So you can see here it's got all the redstone behind it, and yeah, it's just, it does work. It's a little bit weird sometimes, but it does work. So yeah, that's the only one. The other thing I was going to show you, first of all, we've got all these. This is again another time where Fozen decided to sort out all my stuff at the bunker. This is all sorted. Everything is all done. And then over here we have a spider spawner, because for some reason when I was digging around here, just found a spider spawner, which is great, I guess. But you know, there you go. So spider spawner never got made into a mob farm, but you know, it's over there, I guess. And with that comes the end of chapter 1. You can see I've put all my stuff behind me. I have absolutely no items on me right now. That is going to mark the end of this chapter, as well as the end of 1.16. This has done me absolute wonders. This server has been absolutely incredible for me. It's brought me up to so many different opportunities. I've met so many good people. I've met so many different content creators. I've had so many different talks with everyone. And I've had so many different interactions with all of you guys. And it really does warm my heart to know that you guys are loving this series. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm going to be logging off on this brick right here. So when you log on, this is exactly where I left. thank you all so much for watching. This chapter has done so much for me, and I cannot wait for the next chapters to start. You shouldn't be without it too long. It should be coming soon. But yeah, thank you all for watching. This has been Basically Minecraft Chapter 1, and I will see you all in Chapter 2. I cannot wait.
Proximity chat is so.
Come on, Buzzin!
I can't deal with this. So, okay. 50 diamond blocks.
What? Now
Okay.
in the other way.
Okay.
All right, business.
Which building are you thinking of today? Which one would you be interested in? I can just sell you trapdoors if you want. You seem to be more interested in those.
Okay.
Right. No, Star. He flew straight into one of the things and he just blew up.
Should also get a haircut, but that's sort of a different thing altogether. I mean, it doesn't look that bad.
Just grow a beard like Diz.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. If only I could. You know, that would be.
It's great because
that'd be great.
once it becomes a certain length, you use the headphones like a hairband almost, and you like to hold the hair back.
That's what I do. Like it just holds my hair back, and from the front like this, it kind of looks like I have a short haircut. Like it kind of looks like I have a fairly clean haircut.
It never gets old, does it? It never gets old. Oh, it never gets old.
I hate you. Just
What have I
kidding.
done?
I know you'll fix this, but like the floating leaves.
Well, well, Fuzzin, I've also lost my hoe, so I can't break the leaves.
No, you didn't. Right down the ground.
Oh, right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I see. I don't remember naming it this, but yeah, that'll do.
Also, I'm just kidding. I'm not angry
leaves.
about the leaves. I was just
Alright.
By the way, if anybody joined the Discord thing, because I saw a message there. Alright, let's
Gonna
go.
stay there.
Do it, Jack.
Ready?
Do it.
Yep.
Ah!
Oh, it started on fire. It's gonna burn.
Yeah, it said
It's on fire!
And no
Wait,
one cares
wait,
because
wait.
it's locked.
Leave it,
it's
leave it,
not
leave
gonna
it,
burn.
leave
It's
it.
gonna
Leave it.
stay.
Leave it.
It's gonna stay.
Okay, and that wood isn't gonna burn. Let's
It
leave
looks
this.
it looks like some really weird like like one of those fire poles, you know, the
Yeah, like a
Hero
torch.
bride, someone needs
Just leave this. We're good. This is part of the build now.
Just a burning.
Load forming.
Hey, did you just hit that?
What?
This llama doesn't like you.
That's fine.
They're really not happy with you, are they?
It's all good. That's all good.
Ow! Why did you hit me? Stop it.
Dedication.
Look,
I need that
maybe in like 15 minutes you'll see him come towards you. Look, he's still moving.
What? Wait, let me see. Oh my goodness, that is crazy.